because ATK, as a pretty big underdog in this group, are a team picking Anubis. That's always good to see. I always love it when the underdog teams prepare on the new maps. You gotta be grinding if you want to catch up in this game. Here we go into the B-bomb site early. Swisher able to trade his teammate. Ooh, smoke down, but Swisher hits the headshot before it's able to stop him. And MisteM at the back of the bomb site finally delivers one of his own. ENCE still not able to get that bomb down. And finally, some Pius in a one-on-one hits the headshot. It was all action all over the B-bomb site, but it's ENCE who come out on top.
Relatively calm end to the chaos with that one tap with the P250. Absolute madness before that happened. Committed to the bomb site, depended on his teammate to deliver the frags. Absolutely did. Left him with just one more to do. That was explosive. Instant mid-smoke, indeed it will be, unless it is for the dark position or electric, as some teams call it. I think it is, actually. That allows them to cross towards the A-bomb site relatively unseen and more of a priority in a professional match than that mid-smoke that you've just seen. That dark spot does allow for more control, the dark smoke rather. Anti-eco territory on Anubis. I think it's quite interesting to see what that looks like for each different team. Still dangerous now as MisteM has some opportunity. There wasn't cover on the other side. I'm not sure what the other two ENCE players were doing. Maybe lining up some grenades or something. But this is practice as well to sharpen up for games to come. And of course, will be expected to win this series. And going into this again, like, we don't really know what to expect from ATK. But now's the time for them to show us what they are capable of at the moment. I would imagine they're on a journey. How far they are into that journey, though, we shall find out. ENCE will be the measurements.
Now we'll get to see, once the gun rounds hit, really what ATK are made of. This round was pretty damn competitive. ATK had everyone rotated over to the right side, just couldn't close the pistol. And instantly in with the buy is CacaNito. Nice to see him playing on an international team here. I know that I was saying earlier, a lot of people are pretty excited behind the scenes about what this guy can deliver. Was playing on Blue Jays, the North Macedonian team, for a long, long time. Or finally, he has been playing with ATK recently. And they have played against a couple of EU teams in the lead up to this event, have ATK. And splashing through a long ENCE, again upping the pace into this B site. MisteM able to trade 1 and 2 back, but it's into a 2v2 again on this B site.
Fast moving rounds, comes off the plants and Pius sends Swisher into the space program. And then there was one. Delivers the headshot with the Gilil, switches out for the side in turn 4. He had so much time that rather than be vulnerable to all those choke points, he could make a play to the other bomb site, but he'll find the kill. And ENCE will find 3 rounds, unanswered rounds so far. ATK still looking for their first, as is Bodenmaster.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I feel like out of all the teams in this group, the team I would have as least likely to cause an upset, sadly, would have to be ATK. They just haven't been able to get too much going, even when they've come to Europe. They've played some pretty tough teams, though, I gotta say. But having CacaNito as a stand-in, not ideal. What is maden doing? Okay. 3K on towards mid. We love that. Switch it in the smoke. Finally trades onto maden. Ooh, Swisher. Knows the dycha's down below. That dycha is crisp with the headshot. 4-0 lead for ENCE. And I feel like ENCE are already basically saying to ATK, you have to earn our respect. With how they're playing, with the pace they're playing with right now, they're basically saying, until ATK can prove otherwise, we're just going to disrespect you.
Give us a reason not to do this. That's the challenge. Don't see those gloves often that dycha has. Was blinded by his very shiny green knife at the beginning of this round. More smokes in the mid position. Not everybody bothers with that at the beginning. Love to see the room for different styles on a map. No one dancing, jiggling behind the pillar then. So what is the makeup of this A bomb site? Got MisteM looking to teasing a push of B, not going all the way though. ENCE will be throwing some grenades in. Swisher rotating away from that mid player position, sorry. maden starting to lurk in. They need a kill though, ENCE. They're in a 4 versus 5 situation now. There is Swisher eliminated, but there are still 2 players there. bodenmaster delivering with the AWP. He will be traded, but DJ's still here. And the rotation has already made its way over before that bomb's been planted. I think Snappi's looking for a frag before that bomb will be planted. And there will be 2 then. MisteM last one to go down. 5 for ENCE.
Frustrating start for ATK. I like that ENCE just kind of delay that bomb plant a bit and just say, you know what? We feel like Snappi's going to catch someone out here. That's exactly that. ATK was still rotating into position, so couldn't cover off that aggression. And this will start to become a bit of a mental game for ATK as this goes on here on their map pick. I do like that. I feel like the ENCE players are pretty warmed up here. They look pretty sharp. Sometimes I feel like when you have a clear favorite in a series like this, you just don't see the players as dialed in as you would want. But it's a pretty important tournament for ENCE. Want to show us what they can do with their new player in the roster. Peeks out for ATK. Chance for a bit of freedom for some of the players to show us what they can do. Bomb's coming back to B, as are the ATK players. Smoke doesn't look like it's landed well. Swisher actually took down 2 there. MisteM with another. These Deeks finally coming into action. Some Pius with the dualies runs down that player at mid. And wow, he just got spammed down to 5 health.
But he's still standing with an AWP, and that can be quite a problem. Making his way towards the A-bomb site. How does he avoid getting traded is what he must be thinking. He thinks about a post-plant position. He's got to find 2 here. They don't have a kit, these ATK players. That may have a part to play in this as they slowly approach. They don't know if he's got an aggressive angle or not. He's looking for a flank though. Surely he hears some footsteps soon. They could entirely smoke off his position. If they clear the upper area and they're confident he's not here, then they can smoke and go for a 10-second defuse. The smoke is up. There is no flank on the way. Just now on the bomb, MisteM, and it's already too late. They've taken too long. See if he makes it out. I don't think he makes it out either. 1 HP and an AWP save. That is something at the very least. But it is a 6-0 scoreline for ENCE.
Yeah, and it is time for that timeout on the ATK side. Understandably so. That round was a bit better for them though. MisteM landed their shot. And I'm pretty sure some players got wallbanged down really low, which is crazy. Either way, he's able to do enough in the clutch. Got a little alligator there on dycha's desk. It was cool to see. Pretty sure he said in the video he actually just bought it in the airport on the way to this event. It's not like a lucky charm or anything, but maybe it will become one for dycha.
If you were going to put something on your desk, that LAN, what would it be?
I guess it would be some sort of cuddly toy. Something like that. It's pretty basic, isn't it? But
it is.
I'm just a basic guy. A basic boy. What about you, James? You
Well,
can't say gun.
I'll get back to you on that. Because this is a big buy round. And ATK are still looking for their first. Quick reload of the AWP. Might be on my shopping list soon. An actual AWP. That would be nice. 2-1-2 set up for ATK. They wait for ENCE to make a play. This time, Bowden Master will be behind the pillar. We saw Molotovs there previously. Creeping forward. It's such a slow advance when you're scoped in. And he hasn't got what he was looking for. But ENCE have got some info. They've shown some presence there, and will try to make inroads elsewhere. Smoke grenade in mid as there are 49 seconds on the clock. There will be a response. Swisher playing close to 8, but moving forward. Oh, he is very, very blind, but the smoke's not gone just yet. Swisher finds 2. I don't think he knew anything about that second frag. But it works all the same. Caught on the rotation, though. Where is the bomb? They haven't seen it just yet. Snappi's looking for the split onto the A-bomb site. DJ has collapsed and Bowden Master has to deliver, but there is the trade. 19 seconds to plant that bomb then. And CacaNito and MisteM are on the rotation once again.
Bomb will go down. Pius left stranded on the bomb site with that AWP, but he finds a nice angle. CacaNito not able to trade. Maybe the communication slightly off there. Pius able to double down, and he is now 13-1. Fantastic start from him. And ATK forced into another timeout. I think that might be the issue. I believe CacaNito, he speaks obviously some English, but I don't think he's got great English, is the way I'll put it. Xantares was an example when he was on Big, where his English was good enough, but sometimes it just takes you a second longer to process things. That could be all the difference.
Yeah, sometimes people are thinking in their home language, if you will, and they've got to process that and find a way to say it in another language, and that is a lot of time, especially in a game of Counter-Strike.
Let's see what ATK can do here. We've had a couple of players show us some promise. Swisher certainly looks like his aim is looking solid. This hasn't led to a round win yet for ATK. We got some nice skin combos from ATK, I gotta say. They're going fully with their themed inventories, some of them. DJ looks like he's gone all blue.
I'll be going blue and purple if these T's continue to push his position.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And it's like showing their presence before going for their actual strike. And again, MisteM is poking out of B. And this time he will be punished. That'll be very expensive indeed. Now what do you do? 4 players remain. CacaNito is in trouble, somewhat surrounded here. You can see he's holding down 2 jobs. That never ends well, but ENCE are spreading out well. You can see the bomb was rotating towards A, currently in T-spawn, but as their player has been lost, back towards B they go. Swisher is still here, 30 seconds on the clock, but things won't get too dangerous in that sense for ENCE as they continue to deliver. Pius having a great time of things here, 14 for 2 in these 8 rounds that we've seen so far.
Making it look easy right here in this matchup. Finally, that bomb will go down. Ooh, and that is not what Bowden Master needed. Okay. Snappi runs him down. Ideal there at the end. Unable to save the AWP. 8-0. Ouch. I mean, I feel like we've seen some Anubis maps be pretty goddamn T-sided as of late. It was that Vitality game that was crazy. Against FaZe, I believe, where it was just all T rounds, basically. I'm really clutching at straws here, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a simple mismatch in terms of the caliber of the teams, but that might be the case. But again, from the way ATK are poking out for information in a very dry fashion, very unfavorable fashion, like that jiggle. Again, when you're standing close to the wall like that and someone's further away, they'll simply see practically half your body before you can even peek the angle you're trying to peek. So if they don't take the bait from your shoulder peek, then you're in for a rough day at the office. So it should be the case that ENCE have got way more depth than ATK. That doesn't necessarily guarantee a loss, though. But indeed, things are not looking great on this CT half so far for ATK. Bob making its way over. Protected VIP is engaged. Security is here as well. And I suppose Bodenmaster will hold on to this AK-47. Rest of the team can go fishing for something. DJ in particular is having a horrible, well, I say him, DJ and CacaNito are having horrible days at the office. Combined 3 kills between them. So this is a great start for ENCE. But I mean, ATK are fighting to some degree. ENCE don't have as much money as you might think at the moment. Like Nerds with 2450 after buying. They will have a lot more soon, but no one's anywhere close to 10k, which is somewhat surprising. That shows that ATK are fighting, even with CacaNito and DJ getting next to no frags. Swisher and MisteM have been picking up the slack. So there is some work being done, but it is, of course, quite lacking as well.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the ATK players have some decent moments, but nothing that's been enough to win a round so far. See if that can change here. Got a good feeling about this round. Don't know why. I just do. He smoked down early. Make sure that the CTs can't fight down in towards the canal area. Oh, and it looks like ENCE are committing again to one of these B plays. Bodenmaster with the ult here this time. Be a good way to counter this. The bomb's been dropped even.
He's got enough of a gap to deliver. Sun Pius is really putting in overtime with this AWP, but surely they lose this round. 2 versus 4 made, 1 versus 3 now. Sun Pius with it all to do. He could collect the bomb and leave. He has over a minute on the clock. And it seems he will do that. Shifting into the water. Now, if he checks every single angle, he's in for a long day at the office, and that time will disappear very, very quickly.
Ooh. Doesn't look like anyone heard the water splash.
Like, if he wants to make a play to a bomb site, he's got to take some risks here. Because if he checks every single angle, then he's going to have no time to actually clear the bomb site itself. We can see Swisher is on the way as well. The search party. 33 seconds. Seems he's deciding on what he wants to go for here. Race is on then. You can see DJ up top. He would love a frag. Flashbang. And DJ will double his frags.
There we go.
Profists, yeah. On the monkey's off the back. The proverbial monkey is off the back. They're on the scoreboard, but can they start to gain some momentum now?
I don't know why I had a good feeling about that round, but apparently I was right. ATK finally on the board.
Burning P does not count as a good feeling. That's a sign of an STI.
Thanks for that one, James. Appreciate it. See these nades thrown a lot by the CTs through the A-bomb site to try and do some early damage. ENCE have avoided them this time. As well to deal with the players who are sort of holding for any sewer aggression. Bodenmaster. Oh yeah, that jump is just a little too risky. Gets spotted, gets spammed. And gets taken out of the round.
There's a plane going past.
I had that.
Maybe it's got all of ATK's CT rounds in it because they are losing the bomb site again. They've got 2 players here, but it's a very reactive situation. Lots of flashbangs and Pyre swinging with the AK-47. Nurse is there to trade. Now Swish has got some smoke to play with. Now he's been one of the guys who has been fragging on the squad. Looking to switch out for another rifle, but prefers to stay with the M4A4. These smokes will soon be gone. Some util to try and take some T angles away, and Swish has managed to even things up for a brief time. Snappi, though, will make it 2 versus 1. CacaNito, he's got a great chance to make a second round happen, and he will. Maden with the repeat, didn't have the HP for it. That was an unlikely one for ATK, but they have managed to find that second round.
Good skill on display there with that adjustment from CacaNito. ATK will take that. And as you were saying, the ENCE economy nowhere near as strong as you might expect. Actually, a couple of weaknesses for them into this round. ENCE definitely a team who are no strangers to committing to executes early in a round. We might see that here. Flashes into the B bomb site. CacaNito blind, but MisteM full vision on those early kills. Spray's looking solid for the CTs. There is nothing doing for ENCE in this round. That's more like it for ATK.
Wow, that one escalated real quick. All of a sudden, ENCE are broken. And indeed, it's MisteM and Swisher who get the kills in that round. And it's MisteM and Swisher who were on around 8 earlier on. They've been doing the heavy lifting for the most part. Boden's catching up as well. But it's all been MisteM and Swisher as far as I'm concerned, with like keeping ENCE's economy from not running out of control. Their frags in the rounds that they lost have allowed them to break ENCE and put them on eco here. All of a sudden, there's maybe a chance for ATK to aim for 6 rounds in this first half. Shooting gallery in round 13 as we have the pistols out for ENCE. This is just great. This is great for confidence as well. CacaNito, one of the players who was low, able to build some confidence and get up on the scoreboard. Again, DJ playing A won't necessarily have all the opportunities others will have. But certainly some momentum all of a sudden for ATK now.
He has a very good dig. Ooh. Full reloaded. Won't be able to get much off in time. Yeah, definitely opportunities now for ATK, which I'm happy about. And I think it is fair that ENCE take a tactical timeout here. Just want to make sure that you close out this half with your heads fully on the server. 10 or 11 rounds would be lovely. Put you in a fantastic position. Still not seeing that AWP picked up by ATK, even though they've got a lot of money. Happy to stick with the rifles for now.
Now, we saw Boden master on the A-bomb site with the AWP in 1 round. Peeking slowly from the pillar.
Yeah.
Which didn't really work out. That was quite awkward.
Yeah, I haven't been too impressed by his AWP so far, I've got to say. Landed a couple of shots, but seems like the rifle's doing all right for him as well.
And it's back on the buy then. Again, ATK happy to pretty much play reactionary on the CT side. Play somewhat passive. Again, we saw the cheap peeks from MisteM over towards B. CacaNito will have a look. That's a little more aggressive, but nothing doing. ENCE waiting out these smokes. They've got 2 smokes and 2 mollies of their own. Many of these rounds they've poked towards A somewhat, shown some presence there. But they seem to be focused towards B here. MisteM playing a very dangerous game. can see maden has some kind of angle on him. MisteM trying to take the game away, but as we can see, the T's are looking to breach the bomb site in the meantime. Down MisteM goes. There are still 2 players here, though. ENCE may think there's only one. 26 seconds, and they are pretty much committed to this bomb site. Snappi and dycha in the back. Some grenades being deployed now. Who is going to swing? 14 seconds. It's such a slow, laboured push from ENCE, and the CT seem ready for it for the most part. Bomb's been dropped now. Down to the 1v1. He's got to commit to the bomb plant, dycha. Is there time for it to be planted? Just about. Now, where is DJ coming from? Behind the smoke. dycha moving forward into a superior angle. But will he look in the right place at the right time? DJ swinging, but dycha's ready for him, and ENCE are on double figures.
Can't say that ATK did too much wrong in that round. They got themselves into such a favorable position. The trades were solid with the players stacked on the B bomb site. But it's just dycha overperforming tremendously. This is the transfer that I thought was impossible. And then he gets the read on the last player at just the right time. Puts himself with a back against the wall so that he can focus that angle. And into the last round of the half, ENCE actually have a couple of weaknesses still. dycha's stuck on the Tech 9. Look at the aggression, though. Snappi blind briefly, but they're about to run into the Lion's Den. Trades come straight back. Will they expect the AWP Bodemaster, though? Apparently not. So ATK able to get the man advantage.
Felt like he wants to get into position, but he did do what he needed to do. Swisher rotating towards the bridge now as Pius goes up the stairs. So much action, and it's still the minute 20 on the clock. Bit of space with Pius and Snappi. Playing a bait setup, essentially. So many angles to watch. That's the bomb lost. Snappi comes back, and Swisher is gone. That's half the info for Snappi, then. But what about the remainder? Swisher will re-peek and see that the bomb has disappeared, and the urgency will rise. Snappi's the one who's got to clear the angles, though, so surely he is doomed here. 47 seconds. Snappi's not going to make it there in time. Not checking his 6, but it will be 6 for ATK. 5, sorry, for ATK at half-time. A difficult half for Anubis. We'll see if it gets any better in the second.
Women fall in love with my appearance. Got these diamonds on me dancing, look like Michael Jackson sequence. Whoa, 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 ayy, whoa, 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 ayy.
Yeah. Look, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah. No need for the snoozing. Big whip outside, I'm cruising. Big stick inside, no losing. Better watch out for the snake and Judas is. Don't ask them who this is. I bet they know what I'm moving in. I bet I show it into a dim. How you hate and then lose again? How you hating my vibes? Why you wasting my time? Getting hype on my line. Tell a man I don't want feedback, I just want relax. Brand new whip, two-tone, I need that brand new hit. You know, like lean back, brand new bits I live in. We back, man, you never gonna like us. Get them on sight now, let them on light. That way they know I'm all righteous. Look at my life, I'm living alright. I'm nice, you know I'm alright. Looking like Christ, no need for the hype or fight or telephone vipers. No need for the telephone vipers. No need for the liars. I don't watch your moves or priors. I got much to do, I'm biased. Big bosses move in silence, watch it. No need for the liars. I don't watch your moves or priors. I got much to do, I'm biased. Big bosses move in silence. Yeah, me, I'm moving quiet. Ask me, I need me an island. New watch is perfect. perfect timing. No need for the surface shining. Ask me, I need me a few. I need me an island, I'm keeping it true. The man, I'm a wild, I'm keeping it cool. No need for the telephone hype from you. Yeah, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' rise. No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' rise. No need for the telephone hype, yeah.
Second half of Anubis is upon us. It is ATK who've had their backs to the wall for most of the first half, but they found a window to squeeze through with 5 rounds. Can they climb and get any more? Can they take this game of Anubis? This was their pick, I do believe. And maybe it's the second half. Maybe it's the T side where it'll show us what they have. Maybe this will be their best side, their strongest side. It was a passive CT side, ENCE brought the game to them and dominated for the most part. But maybe this half will be different.
That's what they've got to hope for into this second half. Has been a day of some upsets and maybe surprising results so far, but this one has been going as expected right now. That's a nice flash from maden. Allows the peek from Nuts. Didn't spot anyone though. For ATK, okay, they found an opener.
The one tap. One tap of the P250 is satisfying. DJ made the raid boss P250 and Kevlar in the pistol round. One of my favorite things, honestly, in Counter-Strike. Nice and simple, a white out to boot. If you're patient with your pacing of your shots, it'll all be accurate and you will be rewarded. Snappi and Nerds remain. This is not going as they intended. Going swimmingly for ATK though, and I would like it to because I want them to have the space to show us what they can do on the T side of Anubis. This is their pick after all. Oh, another one tap with the P250. It continues. Consider me satisfied.
Hell yes. Yeah, they picked up 2 of them. 2 raid bosses in this one. That was Swisher who dropped those and took the lack of Kevlar himself, despite being top fragger. Good team player. That's what we like to see. He really said Nuts his name too much throughout this map, despite him being the new addition to ENCE. Unable to do anything in that round. We're way too far behind off the back of the initial engagements. Here we go. This was the hold initially from DJ. Put him in his position. Really nice kill on the fading away player. Now let's see if ATK can turn that into even more success here, as they are up against an investment from ENCE into pistols in this round.
Yeah, this is a force buy. So Pius is keeping some extra money. We all know why. But for the remainder, Desert Eagles, the CZ, I'm a fan. So this is a good measure of the anti-force buy protocol for ATK, of course, the less experienced team. The problem with being less experienced is the higher you go, the more you get punished. Oh. Case in point. AK is conceded by turning your back to look at your lineup in the window in the middle of mids with no one covering. That kind of thing will be a problem. Inroads made on towards A, but everybody is here for ENCE as well. Some Pius with the CZ punishes a jumping Swisher, and the dream is starting to collapse for ATK very quickly indeed. Rifles and an SMG collected by ENCE as they steal the force buy away.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like ATK got the fights they wanted, got the fights they should have. Felt like they should have had advantageous fights there towards that A bomb site. But instead, they're kind of running awkwardly in the open, awkwardly jumping. And ENCE make them pay. And that's what you've always got to be worried about at this top level. Any round is dangerous, especially when there's a force like that. And now ATK could be in real trouble if they can't win back with a force buy of their own. So much aggression out through B for ENCE. Snappi has so much map control. Helping to call for his team to have a couple of players ready on this A-bomb site. Ooh.
They've got the time to wait. But that has got to be a dejecting round to lose on LAN. Got to put it past you though. Sometimes things go wrong. Swisher with that Galil entry, and now the T side can swarm. maden behind the smoke. Hasn't been detected just yet. Bomb being planted. Pressure will be on then. No defuse kit for these players, but ENCE is keeping them honest with that frag from maden. Boden trying to make his way into the smoke. DJ dropped as well. CacaNito and MisteM remain now. Handily dealt with then. Just a one play loss for ENCE. I won't be too concerned if the bomb plant's about racking up the rounds.
Yeah, stayed in thorough control of that round throughout. Had the information that B was pretty clear. Had a pretty good stack and response towards that A site. And even with the bomb plant, ATK shouldn't have much of an opportunity to invest into this round. It's looking rather comfortable right now on Anubis, which is nice to see, as if you look at their stats in the last 3 months, they haven't got a win on Anubis in their 5 attempts. They have a bunch of close losses, though, always getting double digits. So it would be nice for them to get a win confirmed on the board. It's Pistols off to the best start here for ATK.
MisteM detected. Nuts to clean up. Yeah, this would be a good testing ground then for ENCE to sharpen up their game on Anubis versus the likes of ATK, who have ultimately started on the back foot after capitulating in the round prior. Fishing for some damage now. DJ and CacaNito. They have a minute in which to die. One thing I miss about Train being in the map pool was in rounds such as this, where a team had deagles, the Ts could take a really tight angle and bait the CTs into peeking them, where there was like minimal correction needed for the Desert Eagles to find a headshot, which is something that we saw ATK fishing for in mid a little earlier on. It kind of reminded me of the angles like an Astralis, for example, would hold and cause a hell of a lot of problems. Kind of thing could get out of hand really quickly. And maybe there's a bomb plant in here and perhaps even more. maden's around the corner, but he's only got 13 HP, so he'll have to wait for his team. So they trade at the very least, but this one got nasty very quickly indeed. Again, ENCE don't have a kit on these players, but they might have the frags. A very fast crouch pick from DR, very fast indeed. And it will be too, but that is a lot that those last 2 players from ATK got from that situation. Way more than you could have expected.
CacaNito again showing a glimpse of what he is capable of with that Deeg this time. I think you saw the reaction from Snappi. He was shocked that he got peaked so quickly there. Another timeout for ATK ahead of this gun round. On plant means this buy can have whatever the hell they want it to. Looks like everyone was pretty focused there on the words from their coach. Spray XD. Great name. Yeah, the second shot. Nice. Definitely want to see a bit more of that from ATK. And we do have that AWP in the hands of Bodenmaster. So let's see if they do take a slow approach, try and allow him to work a pick early, or if they just commit to something. Looks like most of them are going over towards this A side of the map early.
Yeah, they go around the top, so they won't be heard from that mid position.
Ooh.
Very, very close indeed. ENCE will be heard falling back. But what now? Seems the plan A was thwarted there. Quick standoff around the corner. And they have to pick a second option. But again, if you are going to rush the A bomb site, then I believe you've got to go the long way. Otherwise, you can be heard from the walls in the mid position. One minute on the clock, and some light presence is being shown as ATK are ultimately going to go for a similar play. ENCE chilling on the B bomb site as ATK start to poke and prod. Are they buying what MisteM is selling on this B bomb site? I'm not so sure. maden's going for the flank to find out, while Snappi has been close to the A bomb site in the meantime, but one smoke was served. He's rotated away. Boden looking for the entry now as Nerds will be looking for some counter flashes. Surely they're bunching up now. 27 seconds. Bombs dropped, and so are DJ and Swisher and Boden Master. CacaNito will be maybe all too late. He needs to be given something by these CTs as this clock is running down. 15 seconds. At some point, you've got to disengage. This one has not gone their way.
CacaNito is just trying to get out of there, and maden locks the door on him. Yeah, and that looked like a round where ENCE, I feel like, had done their homework. Because I know ATK were a team who were very early on getting that A site execute down on Anubis. And it honestly felt like ENCE had a good awareness of that and just stayed stacked in this position. You see Nerds, his angle was just so strong. While the attention's being drawn to players behind him, he lies in wait for such a long time and really makes the most of his position. Lovely round from ENCE. And they didn't have much utility left at the end there. So had to use the crossfires, had to use the element of surprise from that player on the bomb site. Did so very effectively. Now ATK don't even get a proper buy when they're down 14-6.
DJ not having the greatest day on Anubis will be the first one to fall. They go fishing once again.
Oh.
Juicy rifle on the floor. Down to Boden with the Glock. Where is the gun gone, he asks himself. Dancing behind the pillar. He will never know. HE just to make sure as well. Game point for ENCE on Anubis.
Looking very solid for them here in their opening matchup, their opening map of Pro League. Another buy available for ATK. We saw ENCE try and go for that aggressive setup in the earlier gun round. They used a lot of utility as well. A couple of deep smokes with that aggressive stance. Doesn't look like they want to go too aggressive this time, though. Happy to just play their standard default. Looks like there have been some slight spot changes for ENCE. Since Valder left the lineup, he was playing as that A-site anchor previously. Now dycha has slotted in there. And Nerds, as the new addition, instead is playing towards B. Have to keep an eye on those positions. There is Snappi winning the first fight. Not the follow-up, though.
One minute mark. ATK waiting out the smokes. Bomb needs to be collected. Perhaps Swisher is making his way to do that. Looking to bunch up towards B then. With the one player lost for ENCE, we're looking at a 4 versus 2 as far as the B bomb side is concerned. That's a great start. CacaNito will try to trade. He will be denied. And Nurse moves forward. That distraction will allow some powers to activate. And DJ will be put out of his misery. Never made a step onto the bomb site. And that will be a strong victory secured by ENCE on their opponent's pick of Anubis. Great start for them, and maybe they got the better of the draws. More discussion after the break.